Hi Linux lovers, today I wanted to show you the commands I think you should really know. Let's get started. This is my Ubuntu Linux desktop, and the first command that you all know is ls. Yeah, it's like list all files like dir under DOS, and then we say ls/etc/star ele star, and we see operating system release is over there. So let's look at what operating system it exactly is. cat/etc/star ele star, and we find out what operating system we have in front of us. That is my first hint. Second hint, now that we talk about ls and this command, why not just call it ls-ltrh? I call it ls-later. Or let's do it like this, ls-later, okay? And then it will show you the latest changes quite at the bottom. So if you have a very long list, you see only the newest files. So this is the advantage of ls-later. The other example that I wanted to give you is, let's imagine you are running a Linux program which takes a long time to run. For example, let's use here Xeyes. Xeyes are the cool eyes that follow your mouse cursor. Anyway, you have now started it and you realize you cannot use the console any longer. So you type something, for example, ls, and it doesn't work. So what do? You say, I stop the program Xeyes using the Ctrl+C key command, and you can now type the next command. But you want to run both programs in parallel. So let's say you say Xeyes ampersand. And now Xeyes runs in the background, and in the foreground you can start your next program here on the Linux console. You could, for example, run another instance of Xeyes. And now I have started the other instance of Xeyes and forgotten the ampersand. And that was exactly what I wanted to demonstrate. You have forgotten to use the ampersand. What do? You use the key combination Ctrl+Z to send it to the background. Then you use the command bg to send it to the background. So Ctrl+Z stops the program, bg sends it to the background, okay? And now both programs are running, and the console is accepting further input. There's one more thing to say about this. If you just run Xeyes, here you see it is running, and now I say stop it using the key combination Ctrl+Z, then the program is stopped and the eyes are no longer moving. Only if you get it back to the foreground, the eyes start moving again, or if you get it to the background, then the eyes also start moving again. So this is an important distinction. Then we have the command jobs, which shows you which commands are running and which you can get into the foreground or into the background. Foreground meaning they block the console and you cannot input any more commands. Background meaning they are running, but the console is accepting more input. Okay. Speaking about input, have you an idea of what you input yesterday or today? For this, we have the command history. It shows me what I have input yesterday all the time before, and then I can, of course, search it. How do I search something? I use the pipe command and then the grep command. For example, I could grep for all ls commands. Piping is a very interesting concept in Linux. You see, here we have history, and this wants to print something onto your screen, onto your console, to standard output, as we say in Linux. And this standard output is not put onto the screen, but it is redirected to the input of grep. And grep does nothing more than take input, look if an ls comes in it, and if yes, it outputs the input again. So, and now I type Ctrl+D for end of file in order to stop the processing of grep. Okay, next command that is super important for your career in Linux is the top command. Here you see what's running on my computer. 130% Chrome. That is probably the thing that is doing this video right now. Yeah, and it is running on more than one CPU. That is why you can see that it is running on 113% CPU. If you now type the key 1, you see what my CPUs are doing. I have 8 of them, 8 virtual CPUs. I type 1 again, and I type Q to get out of this program top. So top is a top program to show you what your computer is doing. Another program is IOStat. You have to first install the package sysstat in order to run it. Another program that we can use is VMstat. VMstat 1 outputs one new line every 1 second. I could also say, Control C, I could also say VMstat 10. That would mean that the status of my virtual machine, the status of my Linux get output every 10 seconds. So now we have been waiting 10 seconds and the next line has appeared. Let's wait for the next line. And always we see how much swapped memory is there, how much free memory, how much buffered, how much cache, how much swap in, swap out, blocks in, block out in the I/O subsystem, and how the CPU is performing here. Very valuable if you want to see if your system is getting into a swap space or is starting to wait for I/O. Another program to watch your memory or to monitor your writing is SAR, and this is also in the package sysstat. So stay tuned for more tips. Hope you liked it. If yes, leave me a comment. I love answering questions and reading feedback. Thank you.